Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. I'm Marlyn, and this is
I'm Amber.
welcome. I was rolling through the names there during the little intro. A lot of different areas in the United States. Oh, here, Camille. Hello,
Oh, hi,
Camille.
Camille.
It's cold, Michelle. South Carolina. I think it's a little warmer there. Hi, Lynn. You had a little snow day, you said yesterday.
Yes, yesterday was a snow day and maybe another one tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. We've had a couple of times, hi, Sally, we've had a couple of times, which had never happened in my childhood, like preventive kind of snow days. Like they know, that it's going to be bad and they say, we're not even going to risk it. Like the day before they say it.
We've had a couple of those, yeah.
But it's not bad from like if you have young kids, you can plan, like if you find out the morning of, sometimes it can be kind of the night before, you can kind of work your life around it, right?
Yes.
Well, welcome everybody. Ukraine.
Hello, Victoria.
Hello.
Hi, Jeremy.
Hello, Jeremy. Oh, some rain. Yeah, that's if combined with the winter is not ideal. Well, Norway. Hello. I wonder if it's Jeanne. Oh, here, no. Takes a little bit more than we don't. There's not much that. I think for the kids, it's more for safety, but like for the bus ride, but it takes a lot. Iraq. Wow.
Oh.
Welcome, everybody. So, Amber, you're working on for today. I mean, we still have, it's January 24th, so we still have a couple of weeks until the big V Day, Day of Love.
This design can kind of transition from Valentine's Day into kind of a general, maybe birthday or just something special.
Well, I think it would be cute for a wedding if you do it in your colors, right? Your bridal colors.
Yeah, you can do these in any colors. Actually, in my book, I have a version that's more of a multicolored look. But something about the blue on the black gives it like a glowing effect. So you might not get that with other colors that you use.
Yes.
Something about this combination really like gives it that real glow look to it. So let me start by showing you.
You didn't for like you didn't put any kind of shiny stuff on it. This is just like color. Like you didn't put metallic in the question.
Right, correct. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm cutting the cookie from a chilled sheet of cookie dough. This is the Sweet Sugar Bell Heart Cutter, which I'm sure many of you have. It comes in a set of lots of, it's like a whole box. It's a shapeshifter set. It's one of my favorite shapes. This is actually a different one. So this is the Sweet Sugar Bell. This is an Ann Clark. I wanted to do like a few different sizes for the set just to give it a nice look.
But that Sweet Sugar Bell is nice and chubby.
Yes, I love that. Okay, so you bake the cookies. The recipes, by the way, are in my book and also in my Cookie Art Club. And that link is in the private chat, Mara, if you want to just pop that into the comments. Okay, step 2. I'm tracing a template with a scribe tool before I ice the cookies. And the template is also, this particular template is not in the book. There's another floral template in the book, but this one is in the Cookie Art Club. And if you're on Patreon, it's also there. I made sure to put this all there as well. So if you're already on Patreon, you can get this. And I put it in the coffee shop.
Woo! You're so organized. Sometimes it's not easy to be organized.
I know. So just tracing. And I always like to do kind of like a few different flowers around the edges rather than trying to do one in the middle. Because then if you put like one in the middle, you kind of have to worry about it being symmetrical, so that kind of
Well, it kind of looks like a true piece of fabric that you cut
Yeah,
the
when you put
sides
them
off
all
of.
together, right. All right, so then you will ice them. So I've got flood consistency royal icing. This is anywhere between 15 to 20-second count is what I use. This is Chef Master Coal Black. So I'm just outlining the flowers. And this is a decorating tip 2, Wilton. I prefer to use decorating tips because I feel like it gives me more control over the icing, but you can definitely do this with tipless bags if you prefer that. So just kind of fill everything in, and then I'm going to use my scribe tool to kind of shape it. Speed that up a little bit. And then I think I might have, doesn't look like I have the 4th step in here, but I'll just tell you about it. So that was, while that black icing is still wet, you're going to go in with light blue and just fill in the flowers the same way. So then you've got, when it dries, it's just flat. So you have 1 layer of icing. This color is Chef Master Sky Blue. So then you're going to let that dry overnight. So this has to be completely dry because we're going to be doing brush embroidery on it. And if you try to do brush embroidery on icing that's not completely dry, it's just going to poke through and kind of ruin your cookies.
Well, you're adding water, right? When you're doing your brush embroidery, a little bit, but.
Yeah, a little bit of water. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And pressing.
Yes. So now what we're going to do, once your cookies are completely dry, we're going to take stiff consistency icing. So this is the icing when it comes off of the mixer. You don't add any extra water. This color is, I want to say I started with sky blue and then added royal blue. So it's more royal blue than sky blue. I don't even know if you would need sky blue in this at all. But
so just for the beginners, Amber, you used your sky blue that you had left over from your base cookies?
I did not, because it was only flood consistency, but you definitely could. Like if you had made your stiff consistency icing light blue and saved a little bit of that, you could then put royal blue into that.
Just darken it up.
And add that in. Yeah.
Okay.
So the flooding tips were tip 2, and then I'm also going to use a tip 2 for the brush embroidery. Yeah, this is also just a neat design that you could do without adding anything else to it.
Well, you have a tutorial I saw recently in your feed where you come in at this point with marker.
Yes. So what I did for that one is I did these steps, let it dry, and then used a very fine tip marker, the Rainbow Dust brand. This is one that Hanny was using last week. I think she was using this one. See how little that is? It's like the tiniest little edible ink marker, and I just drew on the details. So that's a very different look. Okay, so when I hold my icing, I'm just going to have a handful like this. I'm going to give this a little bit of a twist so that it's easier to squeeze. And then the rest of the icing is back here held in by a bag tie. All right, so then we're going to do just working with a few petals at a time because you want to be able to brush it before it dries. So I'm just going to do a little ruffled edge on a few of these petals.
This is a 2 is also is like the same that you used to flood?
Yes. So the supply list is in all of the paid groups, Patreon, Cookie Art Club, and it's also in the coffee shop.
So the coffee shop here, let me look for the link there. Hold on a second.
And this is a little flat brush. It's got a little bit of an angle to it, but the important part is that it's flat. This is from New York Cake. And I have a little dish of water, so I'm just dipping it in the water, and then I blot it on a towel to get rid of the excess, and then I'm just going to drag the icing toward the center.
So there's the link to the coffee shop there.
Thank you. And also in Patreon and in the Cookie Art Club, there's very detailed tutorials on the brush embroidery technique.
Is that a paintbrush that you just got like at an art store?
Well, this one is from New York Cake, but I definitely have several that I just got from the art supply store. So I'm just using the damp brush to kind of fade it as it goes toward the middle.
Jeremy's liking your bag holding tips.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad it's helpful. Well, I don't use Americolor, so I don't know the strength of that black food coloring. But do you use that brand?
I have used it, and yes, it's pretty equivalent. It's the only maybe tip is like to make it the day before. You might you don't want to add too much black, and that's what I think a big mistake people do. It's like they're looking for this jet black instantly. Just
Right.
let it. What is it? Develop. What's the word? There's another word. Cure or.
I always just say I let it darken over time.
Yeah.
Because I make like a dark gray and then it eventually looks black after several hours. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. We can't.
Because I just don't know enough about artist brushes to know what material is good for what types of.
Well, it's about food safety too, right? Like, what is the material made out of? Like, I would say, like, if it's like natural, like a hair of some critter, probably fine.
But these are from New York Cake, but I don't know like what they're made out of, or I'm sure it lists it on the website. Maybe if you go to like New York Cake or Wilton and just see what those brushes are made out of, and then compare it to some that you find on Amazon, then you can figure out what's going to work.
The taste of the Americolor you're asking, or for the Chef Master? I mean, black is, there is a little bit of a taste. So maybe you want to add some flavoring. It can kind of diminish it a little bit.
Well, some are like so bad that they taste like you're licking a permanent marker. This one, Chef Master and Wilton Color Ray, I find are fine.
Not as bad, yeah.
Some are just like, you should smell it first and see if it smells like ink, then don't use it because it's going to taste that way.
Yes, that's true. The smell is a good indicator.
Yeah, sorry, my internet connection, as usual, has decided to not work when I need it to work the most.
Yes,
which is very frustrating. I understand, but I just don't know what else I can do.
That's my mother-in-law's word, critter. I've taken it up. Yeah, silicone would probably be good. And can you use alcohol instead of water?
Yeah, you could. So for this, like if I'm painting on icing, I prefer to use alcohol, but for this, I always just use water since the brush is like just very slightly damp, so you really don't need that much liquid.
Just so that it slides.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because why you don't want to waste your alcohol when you don't have to.
I mean, I'm sure right on top of everything else with the prices going up,
Yeah.
you know.
And this I'm going to turn into a full tutorial as usual, and that will be on Patreon and in the Cookie Art Club within the next 1 or 2 weeks.
Just take the time to edit the video and
Mm-hmm.
write all the description.
Narrate the video.
Yes.
Okay.
That's right, Jeremy.
All right, and then we've got the second part of the template.
Yeah, orange and yellow tones. That might be interesting for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, have you guys seen Amber's video she just published with her flaming heart? She made a heart that's on fire with these kind of orange and yellow, and
And that
check
was
it out.
an upgraded version of one that I did in 2017.
Oh, that was a reboot? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So here, Kathy's asking, are you using the edge of the brush and not the flat portion of the brush?
Yes, that's a great question. So yeah, I'm just using the edge. So you're not using the brush flat, but just the edge. So it's like you're using the side of the brush.
It's difficult to see. She's using like a square brush, not like a pointed brush.
Right.
It's difficult to kind of make out there, though. Oh, that's great, Jonathan. He's
oh, that's great. Awesome. That's really, really good to hear. Thank you.
The stores are out of eggs.
Oh my goodness.
Really? That's shocking. I guess you're going to have to get some chickens.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea.
That's shocking. I just went to Costco and got 3 flats of 30.
And what about the price? Was it where you?
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, it's $10 for 30 eggs. It's not horrible.
Wow, that's great.
It's Costco.
Yeah, we paid. It was like I think it's about $1.80 more than we paid last month for.
Oh yeah.
Eggs. Yeah, but that's at the. We didn't go to the wholesale club. We just went to the grocery store.
Hello, Vicky.
Oh, thank you, Angie.
Well, thanks for joining us, Diane. You can't raise chickens in residence. We can't either, but my neighbor across the street has a couple. We'd hear chicken sounds. We're like, what is that? And then I looked, and then I did manage to spot a chicken. Okay, so Patreon is a platform where you sign up and you pay a monthly fee, and then you get access to exclusive content that isn't like just available to the public. So you're basically paying for exclusive tutorials and content and recipes. And so that's what Patreon is here. Let me add the link here. I'm looking for it. I have is this here? It is. So this is the address for the Patreon. But if you're signing up and you're a new person, Amber would prefer, she's transitioning, so she's still maintaining both platforms. Oh, now this is a coffee. Hold on, it's not the right link. So she's preferring now to focus like on another platform. So she's transitioning. She likes it better.
Yeah, we're calling that the Sweet Am's Cookie Art Club.
Here, let me put it here. So if you're on Patreon, don't worry, she's maintaining it. But
Yep, I'll still post everything there. But if you wanted to switch over, you can do that too. But since we're like 20 minutes in, do you want to take our little commercial break?
Our little break. Let's just explain while she's on the question. Okay, so let's explain coffee. Do you want to explain coffee for those who don't know what coffee is?
Yes, I'll try. So coffee is like, they call it coffee because you can like make a little, give us a little tip, basically, put some money into our tip jar and buy us a coffee, or in your case, Mar, buy you a cookie cutter.
That's it.
We also list templates, recipes, supply lists, basically a lot of the things that are in our paid groups, but you can just buy like one thing at a time if you don't want to do the whole monthly subscription. So that's coffee.
And so you can look, there's stuff that's loaded on from last like 2 years worth of lives. There's a lot of templates there. So like you can get Amber's stencil to do her swirls. There's all kinds of stuff there. So there's that. And then Amber, do we have, oh, here it is. This here. So your book, do we have a picture where?
Maybe I have it in real life.
Here, oh, let's go. Let's do the real life. We like the real life. So Amber has her book that came out in, was it October?
October, yeah. This is Cookie Canvas.
So if you didn't get it for Christmas, you can get it for Valentine's Day.
That's right. It's on Amazon. It's on all the book selling websites, and a lot of local bookstores around the country have it. So,
let me show the picture because you're still a little blurry. So there you guys see the nice cover there. And so she said you said there's a version of this, today's project in there.
Yes. The brush embroidery with the different colors. Yeah.
And then the recipes, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And Selena, yes, that is through the Mighty app. That's right. So if you have the Mighty app, you can just look for Sweet Am's Cookie Art Club.
There's some questions coming in. Yeah, I do have an annual price. It's a bit less for on Patreon. Jeremy got your book for his birthday.
Yeah. Oh, a thumb drive. Yep. I still have a lot of the thumb drives, Kathy. But I don't have them on the site anymore.
Oh, yes, now I know what you're talking about. Back in the day when you sold those. Yes. Okay. I was like, what? Oh, Heather got a
great, Heather.
Birthday. Just keep practicing, Vicki. You're in deep. We're so sorry. Was there anything else, Amber, that I forgot?
No, the book and the clubs. That's it. Yeah, that's what we got going on.
You can also, if you buy supplies, stuff you see, you can purchase it like via our Amazon. We each have like an Amazon affiliate store. So if you shop there, we get a small commission. It doesn't cost you guys more. And that's kind of the last place that if you want to support us, you can. Kind of, it's like, doesn't cost you more money. So it's kind of free-ish.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We're still inciting you to spend money. But
yeah. So for the last part of this design, there is a third piece of this template. I don't have it around me right now, but there's an even smaller piece that you can put in the middle. I'm just going to do mine freehand. So in the middle, I'm going to do 3 petals. Oh, thanks, Camille.
I was actually contacted at the beginning of the pandemic to write a book. I said, no, thank you. I mean, it was like, if we think a little bit, we were basically all locked in our houses thinking the apocalypse was upon us.
I know.
The Amazon store, I have it in my link in bio on my Instagram. Where's your Amazon link, Amber? I think you
Same. Link in bio in my Instagram. I think it's also linked on my Facebook page as well. The link, like the link tree or whatever, with all the links. And then in the middle, I'll just do a little swirly to finish that off.
Hello, Karen. Hello.
Hi, Karen.
I just want to show the picture, Amber, just so they see your swirly more clearly.
Oh, thank you. That's helpful. Yes.
So guys, you can see there in the middle of the flower what she did. There, back to you.
Right, Heather.
Well, I would have had to contact a photographer and get supplies.
Oh, yeah, it's a whole thing.
If you guys remember, we weren't even doing groceries, and then you'd get your groceries and we were washing our box.
I know.
Crazy town.
Yes. So I'm just doing a border around the edge with the same blue icing that I used to pipe the flowers. And also in Patreon and the Cookie Art Club, there's a detailed bead border tutorial, because I know this is hard to see right now. But it's the motion that I use is kind of like making a shell border on a cake, if you've ever done one of those.
So which cookie base? I guess you're asking what what flavor?
Yeah, this is a chocolate cookie recipe.
The brush, is it from their 6-piece set that's $9.99?
It was from maybe it was more like 15 pieces. It was like a big set.
Were you like at a show when you
No,
bought
this is online.
Online?
Yeah, on New York Cake.
Because sometimes at the shows they have like different little things, you know?
Yeah. Oh,
CookieCon.
We've both been to CookieCon.
Are you going to an upcoming one?
I don't have plans to go to one. I would like to go to another one, maybe not to be an instructor because I've done that in the past, but I would like to go just as a guest to really get the full experience. What's the next one coming up? Anybody know when and where?
I think there's 2 actually scheduled. I don't know when.
Somebody will know.
Yeah. Anybody watching that's going? Is it still crazy to get a ticket? Do you still have to be in line? And at some point it was
Last I heard it was still like that. I feel like though certain locations sell out faster than others. I love chocolate sugar cookies.
Me too. Me too. I think the only thing I'll comment, my point of view on the chocolate cookie, it's your cocoa powder that will make the big difference in how your chocolate cookie will taste. I'm still going to show the picture. So this is this is Amber's project for today. See a little clearer. Very pretty.
Thank you.
Very pretty. So obviously you could do that in infinite color combinations. Be nice, you know, in red, classic like that.
That would be really cool. So
you know what it reminds me of is that little flamenco dress. You know, the one that you had or somebody gave you for the girls.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
like a very Spanish kind of thing. Or also that cookie that you did that was inspired by the purse. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, yes, because that purse was from Spain.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Yes.
Right. Well, this one, I tried so hard to find my inspiration picture last night from one of Olive's. Olive is my 6-year-old daughter. She plays a lot of nail art games on her tablet and makeover games on her little tablet. So there was this one game where it had this just a picture of a little dish that had this kind of design. And that's what sparked this idea for this color palette.
Never find that again.
I looked through 4 different makeover apps on her tablet last night, and I couldn't find it. But I'm gonna look again.
So Sandusky in May for CookieCon. You use a dark that tastes like Oreo cookies. For me, it's the berry cocoa. So you, Amber, what do you buy?
I like the Hershey's Special Dark. That's my favorite.
The Hershey's is, I guess, you could get at the grocery store.
Yes, yes. Yeah. I buy everything at the grocery store pretty much, except for the meringue powder, because that's
I think it's still available. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think that, by doing it twice a year, they're like, you know what I mean? It spreads it out a little
better.
bit.
Yeah, that's nice. Oh, in August that's gonna be warm, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And Amber, you are in?
I'm in Kingston, New York.
So we're in two different countries, but not that far away from each other. CookieCon, yes, it is fun. It is a fun event. You get to shop and learn and hang out with there's more actually men now than the first initial few. Brushes with plastic handles. Yes.
Yeah, the painted wood ones do peel. I mean, if you like this one from Sweet Sticks is one of my favorites. It is wood, I think. But if you dry them flat instead of drying them like upright, they will last longer.
That's it. Like wood, you have to be careful. Like, for example, like your cutting board. You can't leave your cutting board in the sink,
Right.
Be careful. Yes. You have to go with a budget and try.
I know. Yeah. Oh my gosh. The vendor hall is like amazing.
It's a little bit like you have to pace yourself because there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of
Super
stuff.
fun though.
It is. It is lots of fun.
Oh, I think we had a couple questions about the black icing. I used Chef Master Coal Black. And we were saying earlier that we make our black icing a few hours or even a day before so that it has time to darken. So just make a very dark gray. Don't try to make black icing right away because you're going to end up using the whole bottle. So just make it dark gray, put it to the side, and it will be black.
Somebody said, I don't recall her name, but somebody who's watching last live, she mentioned that she heats the icing a little bit.
Oh, interesting.
With the color, and that it, and then people were chiming in that yes, in fact, so you put a little bit in the microwave with the color, and that it kind of makes it like boom, makes the color black or
wow, interesting.
She was talking about with red. She was talking about it with red. Well, they. I mean, for them, they bring stuff so much, they want it to get sold. So at the last day, just to say, wait for the last day, you could get some deals because they don't want to bring it home.
Right, I get that. I would do the same. I do have a discount code. I think it's just Sweet Ams. So my screen name, if you will. What do you call it? Handle. That's what they call it now. A handle.
Yes.
Not a screen name.
So on Tuesdays at 1 Eastern Standard Time. And if you enjoyed today, you can watch previous lives if you want. And then we'll be on next Tuesday.
Who's up next Tuesday? Is it?
I'm in the hot seat Tuesday. Okay. And I think it's with Han. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Like infant. And if you go through Amber's past projects, you'll see it in a lot of colors because you've done it, but in different ways. Like you did it. Did you do a Halloween version?
Probably. I can't think of it at the moment, but I probably did.
Yeah.
Let me just see if I can find. Oh, here it is. I don't know if you can see it.
Yes.
In this, it's probably a little blurry because of my internet connection.
Is that the book?
This is the book. So you can see I did like a kind of a pastel version of it.
Very nice. Very nice. Oh yeah, she's tried. If you look in her photos, go on Instagram there, you can see all her photos. She's done it. She's done it in several colors.
Yes. Not this technique with like the two-tone. This is something that I've maybe just a couple years ago started, but lots of different color palettes.
Callie, was she snapping pictures of the men at Cookie Con for that reason? Or just had documentation of all the men.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesdays, yes.
Oh, thank you, Vicki. It's all right. You can watch the replay, Dana.
So you have to wait a little bit for it to end, and then it loads, and you can watch it on YouTube or Facebook.
Tuesdays only for now, right? Once in a while, maybe there'll be a Friday.
Yeah, but it's a lot to prepare for, so
yeah.
Tuesdays. But if you guys want more, you can sign up to our groups, and there's years worth of content there. We've been doing this for a long time, so there's a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So here, let me show again a clear picture of Amber's beautiful.
Thank you.
This gives them a little bit more. You can enjoy them a little bit more, so you can see that. So, what's your background? Do you have a piece of black, like backdrop?
It's a piece of paper, just black paper. I have like a collection of different colors of cardstock, different patterns.
Very nice. I had paper for a while. I was using that, but I got like grease stains.
No, I know it does. Yeah, I can use them a handful of times and then that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, because, but I guess you can buy, those scrapbooking. You know what I'm talking about? The 12 by 12, and often there's multiple colors in it, so you can.
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm. I have a few of those too with all different. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then I have the vinyl backdrops too, but those are huge.
Yes, and expensive.
Yeah.
A little bit more expensive. Yes, you can check it out. Here, I think I still have it in my paste button here. That's Amber's right there. There it goes. Thanks, Kathy.
Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you.
That's cool.
So thanks for joining us, guys. Thanks, Amber. That was beautiful.
Thank you. That was fun.
See, it's interesting because you're like, oh, I'm going to make navy blue and black, and then some people can't you know what I mean. So then you see, you guys can copy it because she's done the test for you, and you see how pretty it is. Maybe she's just decided your wedding colors.
Right. Yeah.
So thanks for joining us, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Tuesday. Bye.